Hello, everyone. Welcome back. My name is Amber, and this is my sacred ministry. Today is August 27th. No, it is August 26th. However, tomorrow, August 27th, is a full moon lunar eclipse, which is part of what we are going to be discussing today. So, that also works. But technically, today is the 26th. It is a Wednesday. Wednesday is ruled by Mercury, and Mercury is our messenger planet governed by Archangel Gabriel, God's messenger. And he or she, however you resonate with it, can be either, actually. I'll say he, since that's how I started, is coming in with a pretty powerful message today. And Archangel Gabriel is a lunar angel. Full moon tomorrow. Lunar eclipse, but it's on the north node. So whatever began on the 12th of August with the full moon or the new moon solar eclipse is coming to a completion. And this is the last in the set from last year. So, potential absolute magic. And anyone who has a similar story to myself can testify that this last year has been significant, very significant. The entire situation has radically changed for the better. And it was kind of brutal. So, it's a big energy. Now, it is also an 8-day numerologically. And the message that came through before I even opened my eyes was flow versus force. And flow came in being represented by a circle or a sphere. And force came in represented by a square with corners and lines. And the image of pushing a box along the ground. How much fun that is. It's not fun. Literally at all. It's not a good time. It doesn't, it's difficult. Okay? Start to finish, difficult. However, moving a sphere is very easy and takes very little effort. So, also, squares tend to fit into a port of some sort. They are stackable. Think back to Tetris. Okay? You build a wall, basically. Versus a sphere floats in the air or rests on the ground. It is freedom of movement with ease, with grace. Key themes: infinite, power. Those two can be combined or separate. These are both characteristics of the number 8, the infinity symbol, eternal. And this is also the number that represents power because of that energy flow. The Merkaba, circle versus square, floating versus being plugged into a port. These are important concepts, okay, in today's energy to think about. They may come up in conversation. Also, our nodes, the lunar nodes, have changed sign. The North Node is now in Aquarius, as is Pluto. Official paradigm shift. Not to say there's a definite beginning, but we have begun. We are there. It has happened. So we're in a new time, absolutely a new time, where there's freedom of information. There is an illumination regarding technology, what has been happening in society is going to be seen, illuminated. The reason why it's going to be illuminated is because the South Node, karmic release point, is in Leo, ruled by the Sun. So God is shining a light on all the things that have been taking place that are less than wonderful. And it's going to change everything. Literally. Also, I was reminded of depictions of Jesus and Mary, where they have a halo. This is the Christ force, showing that that is what is illuminating them. They are Christed beings. And I feel that this is going to become a thing where we are going to be in witness of certain beings that have a golden halo. We are reaching a point back in our spiraling up, spiritualizing out of matter, where we can now be in witness to and observe more information, specifically recognizing spiritually powerful people. And by that I mean Christed beings. Those who are working with the illumination of Christ working through them. Or solar angels, high angel. There was a time prior to the fall where our leaders there was a high angel working through them, and this angel could be seen. It wasn't a secret. You could see you could see it. 10:10. New time. We're going to see this again. All of this confusion between or amongst leaders within this field, the deception, this is ending. It will become very clear who is who and what is what. You will be able to see it. You will be able to tell. Okay? This time of deception it's not tolerated anymore. It's not even that it won't be allowed to exist, because it will. But it is not tolerated any longer. God will not be mocked. Okay? We're actually not going to do that. Okay. Speaking of, Archangel Michael coming through loud and proud. He's a little aggressive. Anyhow. Oh, I even have 10:10 here. Okay. So, there's also a crown okay. Crown chakra at 12 minutes. Right. The upper chakras, there's activations here. So again, coming back to being able to see, being able to perceive, higher spiritual initiates, information, truth, 12/21, that's my birthday. These upper chakras are being activated. They go through a period of calibration, and then they become accessible to a degree. Many people are going through the calibration right now. This is linked to the sun and the changing of the lunar nodes. Okay, new paradigm, new energy. Also, I was given earlier today an understanding of the zodiac wheel. Okay, each archetype carries an energy signature. We have all of them within us. We just have focus on certain areas. Predominant, that energy is stronger. Okay, but all of them are present. Now, why and how this is important is it gives us an understanding of how to work with the energy specific to us, specific to our blueprint, depending on where we have these archetypes in our birth chart. We can access the energy of the moment, the season, and use it for its purpose. It could be a season of action. It could be a season of rest. If you don't know what season it is for you, and you're trying to plow forward with your box on the ground, and it is in fact a season of rest and reflection for you in your energy field, you are not going to enjoy your time. It's going to be rough. And it's highly likely that you're going to make a lot of decisions that you're going to have to go back and revise. So it's helpful to know when to push forward and when to pull back. Okay? Anyhow, We're in Virgo season. Virgo energy is amazing. Earth sign, it is the second, so it's like maiden energy. It's mermaid energy, it's siren energy, it's angels of Venus and Mercury. It's ruled by Mercury. It's magical. It's nature spirit. Nature spirit rules over the physical body, like the daily routine, health, okay, harmony. And it's it's the only zodiac sign that's an actual human woman. And she's representing the abundance of earth daily, the beauty of it. Earth being a feminine planet, okay? This is Virgo. And it's a daily expression of her. Health and well-being is a daily practice. It is a practice. It is put together. It is practical. It is skilled. Someone who is efficient, intellectual, grounded, working with the planet, working with the environment, not against it. Now, depending on where you have it in your birth chart, I, for example, have it in my 11th house, my house of humanitarianism. So my outward expression, my work, as someone with a platform where I dedicate my effort to humanity, essentially. This is the time for that space for me. So this is time to work for me. For other people, this may be, entirely different. Or my humanitarian efforts are supported during this time. Like all of the preparation, all of the foundational efforts that I put in, which was substantial. Now we have growth, 1818. Now we have something that can be presented, and not only presented, but implemented. Okay? And again, this is just myself. This is why I do birth charts, read them, go over them, discuss them, because it does change things. It brings clarity, opens your eyes, okay, to yourself, to your own skills, your own strengths, your own seasons. And it tells you basically, in a way, what your purpose is, where you're going, different ways of going about making decisions for yourself and your life, partner, life partner, children, etc. It's everything is there. Literally everything is there. Okay. Anyhow, the first thing that I heard this morning was, quote, "Their mindset is poison. Due to this, they are not allowed to feed you." And that's a quote coming directly from our Heavenly Father. So this is going to be in reference to people leaving your life, especially or specifically people that left your life even though you tried to make them stay. Okay? They were removed, not necessarily because they were bad, but because their mindset was so out of alignment with yours that it was literal poison to your growth. It had to stop. It had to be removed. And there was no talking about it. We talked about it already. Over and over and over and over and over and over and over again at nausea. Okay? It didn't change. So it was removed. And for some, it's not like, it wasn't like a long-term thing. It was just something that came in and was an immediate no. Like, nope. No. Also, this behavior of deceptive approach, I really wouldn't recommend it anymore. It's not supported. And, we can see what you're doing. Like, stop, just stop. Is clear, okay? It is clear when people come in and they are full of you know what. It's a lot easier to tell these days. And so it becomes a bit of an insult to the intelligence that you would actually think that that was going to work. You must think, I am less than I am. Shame on you. However, if it comes back around and I fall for it, then shame on me. Okay? But yeah, just stop. I mean, it's enough. Like, oh my God. These people need Jesus for real. Okay. Referring to poisonous mindsets. These are mindsets of limitation. Okay? And a limited mindset cannot be cured by abundance, which is a misconception. Because no matter how much you get, it's not going to be enough. If you believe there's not enough, then it doesn't matter how much you get, it's not going to be enough. Why is that? Because you're rooted in something other than God. Money is your God, and it is not alive. It certainly doesn't offer you salvation, or life force, or activation and evolution. You can't buy it. So And now's the time when that's what we're doing. So it's important. Um, an abundant mindset is a God mindset. When you are aligned with Christ in your heart space, your consciousness aligns with His, and He orders your system. He is infinite. There is no lack of God. There is none. And if He is ruling your system, then you are infinite. You immediately are abundant because you are ruled over and being animated by an abundant God, an abundant energy, this eternal creative force. You become that. You cannot continue to believe in scarcity. Because if you do, then you don't believe in God. You don't know Him. You believe in something else. You maybe a theory, maybe a concept, I don't know. But it's not the real thing. You cannot lack if you are rooted in God. It is impossible. And, this 1 foot in, 1 foot out thing doesn't actually work. You're kind of playing in God's face. Not really committing, but you want the benefit. I don't know about that. I don't think that's going to work. Afraid of sacrifice. Sacrifice is part of it. You can't get out of that. That is the process of development. It is through sacrificing your old self to rise. You don't rise with your old, dirty, dusty, crusty self. You have to sacrifice that for your greater good over and over and over and over again to become Christ-like. And of course, you are going to learn what is most important. Not what's important or what's on the list. Obviously, money is on the list, but it is not at the top. This is the important distinction. It does not come before life. Because if there's no life, there's no reason to spend any money. You're not going to need it because you're dead. It doesn't make sense. And this is why our healing medical model treatment is so backwards. Oh, we don't do preventative care. Why is that? Because they don't care about the life. They care about securing that malfunction so that you can be on a treatment for money or profit. Okay. Now I'm going to read what I wrote. When you believe in God, when He merges with your heart and mind, you become abundant because God is infinite. You are incapable of believing in limitation if you are inhabited by an infinite source of light. Also, true statement, I am. The statement I am is a very powerful statement. You are declaring your state. The words that follow, I am, are what you are, or will become, or both. And I put out a video a couple of days ago that was actually filmed last year on the date, and it was spot on accurate. My work is very predictive, prophetic, a lot of times. So the current energy is like the videos that I did a year ago. And I got that message, that understanding that that was going to be the case. I didn't like that because that meant that I would have to do all of this work before anything was going to start to, you know, whatever, resonate for people. And I didn't like that. I wanted instant gratification. I wanted instant recognition, instant confirmation, instant gold star. That did not exist. Not for me. My gold stars are coming in now. Because all that work I did, baby, it's coming in now. Oh, it is. And it's almost spooky. I gotta say, I've seen a few of them and I'm like, down to the finite detail, predicting things that have come on, like in the time frame. Okay, that's pretty awesome. All right, so anyhow, the statement, I am in love with him. And in this particular case, I am speaking about God. But him can be also a man. Equally true. So I am, you are declaring your state of being. Okay, your inner state. In love, existing in an energy of love within yourself, with him, because basically means because of him, because of his influence, because of his presence, etc. But the love isn't in him, it's in me. I have it within myself. It is my state of being. Therefore, I decide when it comes and when it goes. I exist within it. Now, let's put this on a person. The person doesn't carry your love in them and give it to you when they decide that that's what they want to do. The love is in you. God is in you the whole time. You don't have to wait for someone to validate that you are lovable or to confirm that they are that they love you. You love. They can't touch that at all. They didn't give it to you, so they can't take it away. Which means that at any given time, you can choose to be in love within yourself. And in that energy, everything is brighter. Everything is beautiful. Youth is restored. Inspiration, excitement for the day, butterflies, rainbows, puppy dogs, just smitten. Obviously, it's more powerful when there is a person, okay, that has your attention. But they are, them being affectionate or confirming for you is the icing on the cake, because you're already creating that within yourself, and you can choose to lean in all the way in, be in love within yourself, like put flame to that birth chart, ignite it. This is going to be reflective of your sun sign, okay, your fire. Your fifth house, which is your passion. And I want to say your 10th house and 11th house, this is career and legacy. Ooh. Legacy. Okay, hold on. There was something here about that. Okay, anyhow, I'll get to it if it's here. So, when I was looking at the astrology, which was the sun is 3 degrees 19 minutes of Virgo, conjunct Mercury, ruling today at 2 degrees 9 minutes of Virgo. And the moon is currently in Aquarius. The Mercury was sitting at 2 degrees 9 minutes, and the next to the south node of fate, which was 29 degrees 35 minutes. Yeah. And the number 935. And when I looked up, it was literally that time, which is the confirmation. That's the angel number for the day. Okay. So I looked it up, and it's spot on accurate, as God usually is. And by usually, I mean always. Okay. And, you know, when it comes to false prophets and all of these people, it's God proves himself. He proves himself. It is not a wonder. He shows you proof. Okay. The miracles follow. If there's no miracles, then the words aren't accurate. God presents himself. He came here. He didn't come here to prove the prophets wrong. He came here to fulfill them. Legit. That's why they are a prophet. They are predicting God's work, which means that the work has to, it has to happen. So, angel number 935 is a divine message that significant positive life changes and spiritual growth are unfolding on your path. Number 9 represents spiritual enlightenment, inner strength, ending old cycles, and serving as a positive example for others. Pure light, pure love. Number 9. Number 3 resonates with joy, creativity, self-expression, and the manifestation of your desires with help from the ascended masters. Jesus, my beloved, present, always, leading the way. Amen. Number 5 symbolizes major life transitions, personal freedom, adaptability, and learning important life lessons. Amen. So then I got this vision of a baseball team, okay, playing baseball. And the position determines what player is up to bat. God is going to send in the man for the job, the best man for the job, not necessarily his favorite man. And by man, I mean a human, okay? He's going to send in the best fit for the position. Now, it could absolutely happen that he's also God's favorite, in a way of saying that he's favored due to his level of commitment and service. Okay. Ooh, confirmation. But God's going to send the best man for the job. Everyone else has to sit on the bench a while longer. So, for example, if there is a mission meant to bring forward a specific outcome, God is going to send the angels specific to these skills needed to complete this mission. That's who's going to get the job. And there's something that is being prepared currently. The team is being assembled. And God is choosing his players. And the rest of them are going to have to sit this one out and learn, hopefully. And the feeling is that this is moving us into the future. The team of souls that are going to move us into the future. So, leadership in a variety of avenues, regions of society, skill sets and functions. 44:55 on the clock. The core meaning of this angel number 935 is Embrace transformation. Your guardian angels are supporting you through a period of transition. Trust yourself and that these shifts match your true soul mission. Can't make it up. Release the old. Let go of toxic situations, negative habits, or unhealthy relationships without guilt, clearing the way for new blessings. Hence, the beginning of the message. Their mindset is poison. It has to be removed in order for you to thrive. You have to let it go. You got to let it go. Loosen your grip. Open your hands. Turn that over and let it go. And say, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for the lesson. Thank you. Okay? And I'm ready for the new. Okay? Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Trust your intuition. Pay attention to your inner voice and take confident action towards new opportunities. Where are you going to see confirmations of this number? 935 on the clock, on receipts, on license plates, on minutes of videos, randomly all over the place. So when you see angel number 935, that is a direct confirmation of this message. Okay? Matter of fact, put a clock, if you're still here, put a clock emoji in the comments. Okay? Because it's time for change. Okay, it is time for change. We're there. We did it. Here we go. Tomorrow's going to be, I kind of think epic, but like in the best way. That's just my opinion. I'm going to keep it. I'm many blessings to absolutely everyone. I know that I have been absent, and there's reason for that. And, we're coming back. We're coming back. Things are coming online. Things are moving and shaking. Including myself, apparently. Again, I am available for private readings. Please email me if that is something that you are interested in. Serious inquiries only. Please. And I will link my information below, so it is there for you. Okay? I'm sending everyone all of my love. Big hugs, angel wings. Okay? And I will talk to you soon.